Right now in Good Morning Northwest, a fire in Yakima County prompted level 3 go now evacuations. We have the latest and the updated evacuation notice.
Police are investigating the alleged assault of 2 protesters outside the Tri-Cities Mosque. What we know so far and the video posted to YouTube coming up.
And fireworks have been lighting the skies just ahead of Independence Day, but calling 911 about the fireworks and not an emergency can lead to unexpected consequences. What you need to know just ahead.
And we have a beautiful sunrise shaping up in Yakima. I'll tell you if that means a beautiful day's in store. That's going to be coming up.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Jill Sperling. It is Tuesday, July 2nd. We will get to your first alert forecast in just a moment, but first we want to talk about the fire situation throughout our region. Firefighters have been extremely busy over the past 24 hours.
Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth joins us now with an update on some of the new fire developments. Hey, Josh.
Hello. Yeah, we had a bunch of small little vegetation fires just yesterday, but one of them really stuck, and that was the Hillman fire that is burning in Yakima. So now 2 large fires burning in Yakima, but thankfully containment is way up there for both of these. So we start with the Hillman fire. This one sparked up around the 1100 block of Hillman Road in Yakima, and the acreage with this one 150, containment already up to 100%. So kudos to those agencies that were working hard on that just yesterday. We still do have level 1 evacuations in place. I'm thinking this is probably just as a formality, but still definitely be on your P's and Q's out that way. And we have this listed online at applevalleyNewsNow.com. Also, there's the Slide Ranch fire. That one is burning. It sparked up 4 miles to the south of White Swan. Containment with this one now up to 85%. So definitely some good news in that regard, but some very bad news in terms of fire conditions for the rest of this week, especially into this weekend. I'll tell you what that means coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. And we do want to mention again that Hillman Road fire in Yakima County had prompted level 3 go now evacuations, but that was yesterday.
Those were downgraded overnight to level 1 be ready, and that means anyone who did have to leave their home has been allowed to return. And here's a look at the fire yesterday. West Valley Fire and Rescue says 1 shop was destroyed, along with multiple power poles and transformers, which caused thousands of people to be left without power.
Multiple agencies worked to fight this fire, bringing equipment from fire departments across Yakima County. The fire was contained to about 150 acres, and crews remained on scene overnight to monitor for hotspots. West Valley Fire and Rescue says the cause of this fire was a tractor mowing with a brush hog.
Fire crews spent nearly 4 hours putting out a vegetation fire on Columbia Park Trail yesterday morning.
That call for help came in just after 11 o'clock. When firefighters got to the scene, they found a fire in the vegetation between Paul Parrish Drive and SR 240 in Kennewick. Firefighters attacked the flames on foot, pulling large hoses into the thick brush and putting out that fire.
Kennewick Deputy Fire Chief Michael Hefner says when it comes to fires like this, defensible space can help firefighters get a handle on it.
We've got fire in what we refer to as heavy brush or heavy timber, so we've got quite a bit of flammable fuels available for this fire. Thankfully, it's near a roadway. Roadways help to create a really great fire break between where the volume of the fire is and where hopefully it can't go.
At this time, the cause of the fire is under investigation.
And right around the same time, a fire threatened several homes near Schuster Road. The fire burned about 2 acres before Benton County fire crews were able to get it under control. We're told the fire also damaged a shed, and fire officials say it appears this all started because of a welder being used in the area.
There have been a number of small vegetation fires popping up throughout the night. Firefighters responded to this one in the area of 5th Avenue and Edison Street in Kennewick just after 7:15 last night. It was put out in about an hour.
And now we'll bring in Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth back in for your first alert forecast this morning.
Josh, conditions were clearly ripe for fire starts yesterday. Are we likely to see the same danger today?
Yes, but the ante is going to get upped big time as we head into the later portions of this week, especially after the 4th. That's when the heat goes way up, and that's when the fire weather impacts are going to go way up as well. But for right now, good views, good vibes out there, mid-50s in Yakima. This view coming courtesy atop the Tanum Ridge. Right now we're in the 50s for the Kittitas and Yakima valleys, mixture of 50s and 60s for the lower Columbia Basin, and then also that same mixture for the foothills of the Blue. So maybe some of us need a light jacket out there this morning, but I can guarantee you that's going to be a lot of t-shirt weather for today, as it is going to be toasty. Temperatures rivaling 90 degrees by the time we get to the peak of daytime heating. So this is going to be a similar day in comparison to yesterday, except we're going to have even more sunshine. So of course the sunscreen and the water will be a must, especially if you're going to be working outside. And these temperatures going way up into this weekend. I'll tell you just how hot we're poised to get, and that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Well, the 4th of July is coming up in just a few days, but people have already begun lighting fireworks in celebration.
In Yakima, the number of phone calls that dispatchers at Suncom 911 get on the 4th of July is about fireworks. It almost doubles the organization's daily calls from around 450 to 900. They do add an extra dispatcher for the holiday, but it's still just 6 people answering those 911 calls.
Dispatchers triage by putting non-emergent callers on hold while they deal with emergencies, but every second matters.
It obviously clogs up our 911 lines, and it impacts the ability for people who are having emergencies, the ability to get to someone, but we simply don't have the resources in terms of first responders to be able to go to all of those calls.
Coming up at 6, we'll hear from first responders about how calling 911 about fireworks could have unintended consequences and what to do instead.
Crime alert in West Richland. Police are investigating the alleged assault of 2 protesters outside the Tri-Cities Mosque.
This happened Sunday morning at the mosque located off of Bombing Range Road. We've learned the protesters are named Peggy and Dale Brown, who frequent different locations all across the Tri-Cities. They typically hold signs while protesting. Now, out of a 10-minute long YouTube video, here's the moment where the alleged attack happened.
Apple Valley News Now has reached out to the West Richland Police for more information about this story, which we saw on their Facebook page. Few details have been released, but we will keep you updated.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, female managers better for the workplace? What one new study is showing about work environments when ran by a woman.
Plus, what researchers found when men managed other men. The story coming up in your business headlines.
On the first night, what the heck?
A season, tears in the making.
I'll lose it if I call my mom. I can't call my mom.
Welcome to Beaver Valley Lodge, your rustic lodging and event venue in the beautiful Leavenworth, Washington. Experience the great outdoors and enjoy the beauty of the mountains as you stay with us on our 50 acres in the Cascade Foothills. Whether you're joining us for a wedding, retreat, vacation, or family reunion, we're here to make your stay unforgettable. We make it our goal for you to come as a guest, but leave as a friend. Book your stay today at beavervalleylodge.com.
Save through July 4th with Bi-Mart's latest savings book, online or pick up a copy in store. Save on all Pepsi and 7-Up brand 12-packs. Buy 2 and get 2 for free. Save $6 on Mobil 1 5-quart full synthetic oil. Member price just $22.99. Plus save $70 on an Avanti 7 cubic foot chest freezer. Member price $149.99. Save through July 4th with summer savings and more in our latest savings book at Bi-Mart, your employee-owned membership store.
At the Pacific Clinic, we understand the juggle of parenthood. That's why the PC is your one-stop shop for all your health, sports, and medical needs. Schedule your appointments around your favorite group fitness classes and use our on-site childcare services.
From women's health to care for your little ones, we practice a comprehensive approach to keep your family feeling great.
With our quick and convenient scheduling, we'll get you in within the same week, often the next day. Call us today at 509-783-5465.
Pasco's Grand Ole 4th of July celebration is here, and all the fun begins Thursday, July 4th at Memorial Park with a Kiwanis breakfast at 7 and the Grand Ole 4th of July parade returns at 10 a.m. The Camp Patriot Show and Shine at noon with the Cardboard Regatta at 1, and the free Grand Ole 4th of July fireworks show is at the Pasco Sporting Complex at 10 that evening. More activities info at PascoGO4.com. That's PascoGO4.com.
Save now with Cascade Farm and Outdoors latest mailer. Pick up a copy in store or at any local Buy Mart. Georgia Boot Romeos are $15 off. All bagged soil and fertilizers are 25% off. Save $5 on Purina Pro Plan 30-pound and up dog food. Plus, we're honoring our active military and veterans with 15% off July 2nd through the 4th. Save more with our latest mailer at Cascade Farm and Outdoor. Northwest. Homegrown. Honest values.
Fly over the Yakima River from Benton City to the Columbia.
Well, I think it's great having this in our backyard. It's nice having things that are kind of a bit closer to home and easier to get to.
It's the Tapteel Greenway on Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News now at 6 tonight.
Tri-Q Credit Union C3 Slam. It all happens July 13th and 14th at John Dam Plaza.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In business news this morning, Disney is planning to nearly double its cruise ship fleet. This at a time when its theme park revenue and stocks have fallen after a post-pandemic boom. Rival theme parks like Six Flags have had an average 25% increase in revenue. Disney is hoping to boost its business at sea with 3 new ships to help offset its losses, doubling its cruise revenue. Other major cruise companies are seeing record demand for sales coming up in 2025. A new study shows having more female managers in the workplace is good for business. Researchers at Harvard Business School found female managers are better at building rapport with teams made up of men and women. And this leads to better communication and better organization and, in turn, better production. The study found employees seemed happier and were less reluctant to leave their jobs because women are better than men at creating schedules and looking out for workers' interests. Researchers found when men managed other men, they also had good results. The same was true when women managed other women. But the study found when men and women worked together, it was best to have a woman in charge. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, 4th of July travel is already well underway. And when we return, we'll have tips that could help if you are traveling by car or by air. But first, if you're traveling, Chief Meteorologist Josh Culbreth will let you know how your weather will be during your commute. We'll be right back.
There was a time when you could get a complete meal for just $5, but you gotta go way back. Well, just a Tuesday. Yes, Tuesdays at A&W, single Papa Burger combos complete with fries and a root beer cost just $5. This all-time great deal is available Tuesdays only at A&W.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. At my law firm, we have a team that knows big truck wrecks. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Call the heavy hitter. When I call the insurance companies, they listen. Hit by a big truck, I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Next live, Susie Essman from Curb Your Enthusiasm and Mike Rowe from Something to Stand For. Live's festive 4th week continues with tips for a holiday picnic.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Okay, ideas. Where are we going?
I got one.
What about a comedy show?
I've seen you. I've swiped on you. No.
Oh, I got an idea.
I feel hungry.
Let's go.
Whatever your vibe. Tacos.
Definitely tacos.
Find it in the all-new, all-hybrid Camry. Toyota. Let's go places.
Hey, Tri-Cities! It's Eric the Peanut Guy with your Tri-City Dust Devils. Happy birthday, USA! What's more American than baseball, apple pie, and fireworks? Your Dust Devils have them all. Come celebrate our independence a day early on Wednesday, July 3rd, as we play ball and light up the sky above the Tri with post-game fireworks, brought to you by McCacken Electric. America! Visit the official ticket site at DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball. It will blow you away.
Bleeding gums are a key indicator that you suffer from gum disease. They're also an early warning sign for over 20 serious medical disorders like diabetes.
If you already have diabetes, gum disease can make it more difficult to control by increasing blood sugar levels. A1C levels drop dramatically when treating gum disease and improving nutrition. Gum disease bacteria returns in only 21 to 60 days after a cleaning. This is why consistency is key. Do not put your healthcare at risk. Here at Avanta Dental, we have the knowledge and capabilities to effectively optimize your oral health.
Next ET Behind the Scenes with Sandra Bullock. 35 years of never-before-seen interviews is a special ET Vault Unlocked.
Have a wonderful day.
Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
KFC's fan favorite country fried steak is just $5.99 every Wednesday. It's a complete meal with your favorite sides. Best of all, it's just $5.99. Country fried steak, $5.99 Wednesdays only at KFC.
Good Morning Northwest streams all day at AppleValleyNewsNow.com and our mobile apps. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is still a beautiful sunrise shaping up right now in Yakima. This view coming atop a Tandem Ridge. We're in the 50s right now for the Kittitas and Yakima Valleys. We're in the 50s and 60s for the lower Columbia Basin, and we're also seeing that same mixture for the foothills of the Blues. A little bit later today, it's going to be seasonal, it's going to be sunny, and it's also going to be breezy. The winds gusting out of the west and northwest, upwards of 20 to 45 miles per hour, with some of the fastest wind gusts being in the Kittitas Valley. We should end up in the 80s for the Kittitas and Yakima Valleys, up around 90 for the lower Columbia Basin, and then 70s and 80s for the foothills of the Blue Mountains. And then for tonight, the winds will still be pretty blustery, gusting out of the west upwards of 45 miles per hour for the Kittitas Valley. Definitely a lot calmer winds elsewhere, but skies will continue to be clear and overnight lows will continue to be comfortable. 50s for the Kittitas and Yakima Valleys. Will also be in the 50s for the lower Columbia Basin, and then low to mid 50s for the foothills. Over the next 7 days, things are looking bone dry, and to add insult to injury, our temperatures are going to go way up. We'll keep things pretty seasonal for Tuesday and Wednesday, up around 95 for Thursday, and then, here comes trouble. Triple digits, if not, splitting the difference between 100 and 110 for Saturday and Sunday. Very hot stuff. And so that alone is dangerous, but then you add in some of the fire risk and it becomes that much more dangerous. So we're going with the first alert high impact fire day for Saturday for the entire viewing area. Don't make me give the spiel about fireworks, but here's a look at the fire fuel energy in terms of fire season percentiles up into the 91st percentile for Kittitas and Yakima counties, up into the 78th percentile for the lower Columbia Basin, and up into the 86th percentile for the Blue Mountains. Now, if you think that sounds dangerous, then wait until you see this for Sunday, okay? This is the first time we've done this. This is a first alert extreme impact fire day. If the magenta hurts your eyes, it's kind of supposed to. That's the point. As the fuels are going to be very dry. This is on Sunday for Kittitas and Yakima counties. Look at the fire fuel energy up into the 98th percentile, so almost maxing out our chart. A very dangerous setup that's setting up for Sunday, and Monday's nothing to scoff at as well. Here is the 7-day forecast for the Cascades. We'll be, even in the mountains, we'll have temperatures rising up into the mid-80s for this weekend. Then for the Kittitas Valley, triple digits more likely for Saturday and Sunday now, but still pretty hot for Friday and Monday. Then for the Yakima Valley, that first alert extreme impact fire day for Sunday, and we're also thinking something along the same lines for Monday. For the lower Columbia Basin, a first alert high impact fire day for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, on top of the heat that's already going to be dangerous enough. Then for the foothills of the Blue Mountains, we're going to be flirting with 100 degrees for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And then for the Blue Mountains, sunny, warm, and fire fuels turning very dry, especially as we head into this weekend.
Thank you, Josh. And we've been talking about this for days. Independence Day travel is expected to set new records this year. And while it's already underway, if you're planning to hit the road, there are a few strategies that might help you avoid the traffic. Here's Jen Sullivan with some tips.
It's not just the fireworks lighting up this week.
You can expect to see plenty of brake lights on the roads as drivers brace for traffic jams this 4th of July holiday.
It's gonna be busy out there.
AAA says nearly 71 million people will travel 50 miles or more this 4th of July week, with a record 60.6 million people driving to their destination.
Make sure you're prepared for delays no matter where you might be.
The worst times to be on the road are the days before and on July 4th between 2 and 7 p.m. The worst days to travel will be July 3rd and Sunday, July 7th. And with more people having the flexibility to work remotely, it means more people are leaving earlier in the week.
We're seeing a lot of those folks taking quote-unquote workcations where they may be extending it for a few days.
If you're flying, you can expect packed airports.
As an agency nationwide, we are going to be extremely busy for the summer.
Between Friday, June 28th through Monday, July 8th, the TSA expects to screen more than 28 million people. The busiest day for air travel will be Sunday, July 7th.
Get here early. Get here on time.
Weather is already wreaking havoc on travelers' plans, with many flights canceled on Sunday as storms rolled through much of the Northeast. And if you're heading south, Hurricane Beryl could impact your plans. I'm Jen Sullivan.
Always prepare. And when we return on Good Morning Northwest, good news for fans of the musical Wicked. The movie is coming out sooner than intended. Plus a look at Sean Penn and Dakota Johnson's new movie that's out in theaters now. It's all coming up in your entertainment news.
It's the Star-Spangled 4th of July sale at Furniture Row. That's 7 days where the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Plus, get 6 years no interest financing. But hurry, the Star-Spangled 4th of July sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Apple Valley Eats.
All right, so my job here is the food and beverage executive chef. I've been here 10 years. Started off here as an entry-level cook. I was given the opportunity to step into the executive chef role, which is the position that I'm in. I've been in that position for about 6 years now, almost. What I do here, I handle not so much the day-to-day operations, but everything that goes into the menu planning, the SOPs for all of the cooks, recipes, ensuring all the recipes are all the same, the consistency, the vision of the food and beverage department as far as the aesthetics, what is it gonna look like, what does the food preparation look like. We have everything from catering, fast food, employee meals, which is a cafeteria style setting, and then obviously our bread and butter, what we do, a buffet here at Legends. What we like to do here is try to keep our team members happy, try to be versatile with them, try to be flexible, whatever needs that they may have. We try to accommodate. We do have childcare here on property, so if somebody needs to drop their kids off at childcare, that option's always there. You could come into our department with no experience at all, but we're gonna show you how to hold a knife, we're gonna show you how to cut vegetables, we're gonna show you how to cut meat, we're gonna show you how to use all the equipment. Is the comfort of knowing that I'm gonna have my consistent 40 hours a week. And that goes from everywhere from a dishwasher all the way up to my position. It's another benefit of working here at Legends. I like to think of it more as a career rather than a job.
Celebrate Independence Day the Tri-Cities way. The River of Fire Festival is back Thursday, July 4th. It's a blast with something for everyone. Free admission and free parking. Kids Zone, Food Truck Alley, plus live music on 2 stages. Park entrance closes at 9 p.m. and the legendary River of Fire fireworks show starts at 10. The River of Fire, presented by Giza Credit Union and these sponsors. The annual River of Fire 2024, Thursday, July 4th.
Oh my gosh, wow. Who am I? Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shell clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms. Take action with our Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. Try it today for only $14.95, plus get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
It's the Star-Spangled 4th of July sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or check out the Summit for only $299.99. Plus 6 years no interest and free shipping. But hurry, the Star-Spangled 4th of July sale at Denver Mattress ends soon.
Hello there. Watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In your entertainment news, we're talking about new movies.
Yes, fans of Wicked won't have to wait quite as long to watch it. And a behind-the-scenes look at Sean Penn and Dakota Johnson's new movie. Here's David Daniel with today's Hollywood Minute.
You're the one the wizard has been waiting for.
Wicked fans won't have to wait quite as long to see the film on the big screen. Universal has moved the musical up 5 days to November 22nd. That means instead of opening opposite Moana 2, like Wicked, aimed largely at a female audience, it'll debut opposite Gladiator 2, which figures to draw mainly male ticket buyers.
It's nice you're not on your phone. See a human, not plugged in. That says a lot about you.
I like to think so.
Sean Penn and Dakota Johnson see each other mostly through the cab's rearview mirror in Daddy-O. Writer-director Christy Hall says, going over the script at Penn's house, he put that dynamic into action.
He grabbed a hand mirror and duct taped it to a broom and duct taped that to a chair. And then he sat in front of it with a chair, and then Dakota was sitting on the couch behind him. And then they were like, okay, let's just get this in our bones a little bit. Of course, Dakota and I were giggling a little bit because it was so amazing.
Daddy-O is now in theaters. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Jill, you remember Barbenheimer, right?
Yes.
So I saw people online saying that Moana and Wicked were coming out the same day originally, so they were calling it like a Woana thing.
Oh,
so I think that's why they moved it. I don't think they wanted to compete
They
with
don't want to
Moana.
compete. That makes sense. You know, there's not a lot of movies that I get really excited about seeing in
You're excited about
theaters.
Wicked?
I think Wicked, I might want to go see in theaters.
I'm super excited because I'm a huge Ariana Grande fan, so we're going to go see it together.
I think we should. Yeah. Well, coming up on Good Morning Northwest, the Benton County Canine Shelter is putting 3 of their dogs' medical care on hold. Coming up, we have the reason why and how you can help.
And the multiple criminal cases former President Trump is facing is now up in the air. We have the details on the SCOTUS decision that's causing a stir.
In today's Tech Bites, Facebook and Instagram parent Meta updating its Made with AI labels. The wording is changing to AI info. The change comes after photographers complained that Meta was mistakenly flagging non-AI generated content. Meta says the old labels didn't always provide enough context. Spotify is testing an emergency alert system in Sweden. It would send out information about accidents, serious events, or disruptions of important services. Spotify says the goal right now is to see whether the app can support emergency alerts, which could increase its usage. Apple is adding more items to its list of vintage products. The iPhone X, the first generation HomePod, and the first generation AirPods have been reclassified as vintage. They were released in 2017 and 2016. Products are considered vintage when Apple stopped distributing them for sales between 5 and 7 years ago. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
I'll give you $574 if you switch.
For Gerald?
Well, okay. So what about $574 for switching your home insurance to Allstate?
Well, I try not to think about home insurance too complicated.
Actually, Allstate can handle the switching for you. Just call them.
It's that easy to save?
Yep. And you get Allstate.
Oh, well, that's a step up. Goodbye, Gerald.
Check Allstate first and you could save hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
To stay on top of my game, I need to keep up my energy.
Cliff Bar is purposely crafted with 10 grams of protein and organic oats.
Because the more good you put in, the more great you get out.
Cliff, the most important ingredient is you.
Did you know that if you shave, 1/3 of what you remove is skin? New Dove helps repair it. So if you shave it, Dove it. New Dove. Replenish your skin after every shave.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, a 100-year-old Tri-Cities business has closed its doors. We hear from the owner of Farmers Exchange in Kennewick about what prompted this decision.
A Supreme Court decision provides former President Donald Trump broad immunity from prosecution. How does this impact current criminal cases against him?
The Benton County Canine Shelter putting 3 dogs' medical care on hold. We have the reason why and how you can help.
It's shaping up to be a beautiful morning across the region. I'll tell you what a little bit later is going to look like and how hot we could be. That's going to be coming up.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Jill Sperling. It is Tuesday, July 2nd. Independence Day is just 2 days away.
And people are already putting their fireworks out.
Yes,
so people want to
are.
know what the weather is going to be looking
Absolutely.
like. So let's check in now on your forecast with our Chief Meteorologist, Josh Colbreth. And Josh, what are we seeing as we're waking up this morning, and what are people going to be seeing if they're lighting fireworks later today or tomorrow?
Oh, don't get me started. Leave the fireworks to the professionals, please. And I'll give you some data to back that up coming up a little bit later in the show. But for right now, things are looking nice out there. A beautiful sunrise this morning. This view coming courtesy of the Dust Devils at Giza Stadium. Some clouds off in the distance, but mostly sunny skies out there for this morning. We're in the 50s for the Kittitas and Yakima Valleys. We're in the 60s, a mixture of 50s and 60s for the lower Columbia Basin, and also 50s and 60s for the foothills of the Blue Mountains. Here's your hour-by-hour forecast for today for the Tri-Cities. Already near sunny and 75 by 10 this morning, and then we'll be up around 90 degrees come time for the peak of daytime heating. So just like with yesterday, it's going to be a very seasonal day, but I'm thinking we'll have much more sunshine in the forecast for today, and then things start to get very hot, especially around the 4th. And after that, I'll tell you just how hot we could get, and I'll tell you why you shouldn't shoot off fireworks. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. After a century of serving the region, a downtown Kennewick business is closing its doors.
Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma reports why the closure is coming and what people should do next if they still have dealings with the shop.
Over the weekend, the Farmers Exchange in Kennewick made a post on its Facebook page. After 100 years of being part of the Tri-Cities, the shop is shut up tight until a liquidation sale. Customers who have been coming here for decades heartbroken about the closure.
Well, I've been coming here since the 80s. I'm just sad to see him go.
Owner Chris Ingersoll says the closure isn't just the end of a business, but an end of a family legacy.
Well, I grew up when my grandfather owned it. I grew up here, and he passed away in 21, and he had asked me at the time, before he passed away, if I'd consider buying the store, and I was glad to do it.
Ingersoll says what has kept him going, the people he and his family served daily.
The favorite part of being here has been the customers and the sense of community around here. So many people have been shopping here for decades. They knew me when I was little. They knew my uncle when he owned it. They knew my grandparents when they owned it, and it's just a sense of being connected to the community and the people down here and the history down here.
Ingersoll's customers say they have always felt Farmers Exchange to be something you could turn to at any time for help.
You can find people that you can talk to that give you advice of what to use when you have problems, and they have a good variety, and it's more than going to a box store. And so it's just sad to see him. Plus the service on the equipment is, I'm not sure where people are going to go now.
As to why the decision to close comes after a century, the cost to keep the doors open is becoming too much risk for Ingersoll.
Well, the economy's been pretty rough the last few years, and with smaller businesses that operate on pretty tight margins, it just became unsustainable.
For anyone who still has their mowers at the service center, Ingersoll says they will be calling people to get something scheduled to return them. Reporting in Kennewick, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.
And Ingersoll also says he is working on trying to do a liquidation sale and will be posting the information about it on social media in the upcoming days.
Developing news now, the Benton County Canine Shelter is asking for your help. The manager says they've already had to put 3 dogs' medical care on hold because they don't have enough money to move forward.
Manager Josh Castilleja says the shelter's budget is strained after multiple dogs came in needing surgery. Castilleja says it is hard to predict what kind of medical care dogs will need when they come to the shelter.
Other times they're abandoned because somebody can't afford a medical situation that's going on, whether it be a tumor, a broken leg, an infection, even all the way down to cheatgrass in the feet. We get a lot of dogs that are abandoned because of those things. So when we bring them in, we need to get them checked up and fixed.
He says if you are looking to donate, you can call Vista Veterinary Hospital and let them know you would like to donate to the Benton County Canine Shelter account.
A new law in Washington state allows part-time commissioned officers to earn retirement benefits.
However, it also means retired officers like Mapton Police Chief Eduardo Garcia, who have come back to work part-time to help with the nationwide law enforcement shortage, will no longer be able to collect their retirement benefits unless they leave law enforcement. Garcia is no longer police chief, but has agreed to stay on as a civilian public safety director until the council can find a new chief.
I can't wear the uniform and I can't make an arrest, but I could still do all the other duties that I was doing before, which is approve reports, keep the city or the police department from litigation, getting sued.
Garcia's contract is month to month, and once a new police chief is found, he will officially go back into retirement, and the public safety director position will be eliminated.
In political news now, to the major Supreme Court ruling that granted former President Trump broad immunity from prosecution. The multiple criminal cases he faces is now up in the air.
As Mr. Trump celebrates, President Biden is saying the decision emboldens Trump to do whatever he wants, especially if he regains power. ABC's M. Nguyen has the latest.
This morning, Donald Trump taking a victory lap after the U.S. Supreme Court ruled presidents have broad immunity from prosecution both during and after leaving office. The decision upends special counsel Jack Smith's January 6 case against Trump.
The court, in a rather complicated way, carved out various levels of immunity that a president might enjoy.
Those levels, Chief Justice John Roberts wrote, include the president's commander-in-chief powers, pardon power, hiring and firing federal officials, and more. Roberts went further, saying he is entitled to presumptive immunity, and that in dividing official from unofficial conduct, courts may not inquire into the president's motives.
In other words, it's going to be very challenging for Jack Smith to win the argument that everything alleged in the indictment is an unofficial act.
Justice Sonia Sotomayor delivering a blistering dissent, writing the decision reshapes the institution of the presidency, puts the president above the law. Citing the new decision, Trump has moved to also overturn his recent hush money conviction in New York, despite the case being centered around business records allegedly falsified while Trump was still a candidate in 2016. President Biden condemned the conservative 6-3 majority decision and vowed not to abuse the redefined powers granted to his position, but asked voters if they believe Trump will do the same if re-elected.
The American people must decide. They want to entrust the president once again, the presidency, to Donald Trump, now knowing he'll be even more emboldened to do whatever he pleases whenever he wants to do it.
In the hush money case, Trump's lawyers are now asking the judge to allow them to challenge the verdict, which, if allowed, would delay Trump's sentencing set for next week.
Continuing in that same topic, Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez says she will file articles of impeachment for Supreme Court justices as soon as next week.
In her post to social media, the New York Democrat did not specify which justices she'll include. In a statement, AOC said the Supreme Court has become, quote, consumed by a corruption crisis beyond its control. This move comes in the aftermath of the Supreme Court's 6-3 decision regarding presidential immunity, which found former President Trump could have partial immunity in some of the cases against him.
AOC did not say if the articles will be privileged. If so, the House would be forced to consider them within 2 legislative days.
Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, it's a day to honor the firefighters that protect homes and property by responding to brush and wildfires.
It's National Wildland Firefighter Day, and when we return, our Riley Fitzgerald tells us how these firefighters prepare for emergencies during the wildfire season.
Is that your new Nissan Rogue?
Yeah, crazy story. So this morning, I'm at the Nissan Thrill of Summer sales event, taking a test drive. When Dave's like, these cars are going fast, I knew I had to have that Rogue.
Nissan offers 6 vehicles starting under $30,000.
Life can be hard. With Culligan, your water doesn't have to be.
taking the time to savor Thomas's crunchy yet soft bagels.
Thanks, Tom.
It's Tom, actually.
Right, Tom.
Tom. You doing that on purpose?
Tam.
Tam.
How have we got to Tam? Huzzah! A toast to breakfast.
It's 1,000 miles from here, but our open southern border is costing us billions and bringing deadly drugs into our communities. The rich are doing just fine, but working families are struggling. I'm Tiffany Smiley, and I approve this message because even though the political establishment told me to wait my turn, I'm running for Congress now to secure the border and lower the cost of living, because Washington families can't afford to wait any longer.
Criminal illegals flooding our southern border and fentanyl flooding our streets. But Dan Newhouse has a plan to fight back. Stop illegal immigration, secure the border, and seize illegal fentanyl.
We need to keep pushing hard, working hard to stop the illegal flow of people and the illegal flow of drugs.
Call Congressman Newhouse and tell him to keep fighting to stop the illegal flow of people and drugs at the southern border.
Want to see some serious fireworks? Because we're stepping up the savings during the Star-Spangled 4th of July sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Check out the Factory Direct Summit, now only $299.99. Or save up to $500 on an all-new Tempur-Breeze and get a $300 gift. Plus 6 years no interest and free shipping. But hurry, the Star-Spangled 4th of July sale at Denver Mattress ends soon.
Is that your new Nissan Rogue?
Yeah, crazy story. So this morning, I'm at the Nissan Thrill of Summer sales event, taking a test drive. When Dave's like, these cars are going fast, I knew I had to have that Rogue.
Nissan offers 6 vehicles starting under $30,000.
Good Morning Northwest streams all day at AppleValleyNewsNow.com and our mobile apps.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. July 2nd celebrates National Wildland Firefighter Day, honoring firefighters who protect and respond to emergencies on acres of wildland every year.
We're sending it to Riley Fitzgerald from Weston, Oregon. She tells us how the East Umatilla Fire and Rescue District prepares for wildland fire season.
Good morning. July 2nd is National Wildland Firefighter Day. I spoke with the East Umatilla Fire and Rescue District about wildfire season and how firefighters prepare for the influx they see in wildfires this time of year.
It's getting dry. We got blessed this year with a longer, cooler beginning of the summer, but it's about to get warm real quick, and things are going to dry out and things will catch on fire. It's just the way it works.
Are there a lot of wildland fires that happen over here?
Right up the hill. That's a big concern of ours. In fact, we have a program going right now that is mitigating the fuels that are up and around homes and other structures along Highway 204 that we've got guys that are just brushing things out and clearing out vegetation and whatnot.
And what's the difference fighting wildland fires versus maybe structure fires?
I would much rather have a structure fire than a wildland fire, because wildland fires can be, you'd have changes because of the conditions and the winds and the topography and the fuels and whatnot. And a building that's on fire is just the building that's on fire. And I don't mean to make it sound like it's easier or that it's not loaded with perils, but I mean, you have more options with the building that's on fire versus the forest or the hillside.
They also advise to be safe and smart heading into the 4th of July on Thursday. Reporting in Weston, Oregon, I'm Riley Fitzgerald for Good Morning Northwest.
Thank you, Riley. And yesterday, the fire district celebrated 4 years since its inception after combining several of the region's fire districts into one in 2020.
Riley tells us the East Umatilla Fire and Rescue District is also about a month away from moving into a new fire station just up the hill from where they're currently at on Main Street in Weston. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, Hurricane Beryl turned into a Category 5 hurricane overnight. This after wreaking havoc on St. Vincent, Barbados, and many more places. When we come back, we look at where it's heading towards next and what people are doing to prepare.
But first, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert will have your local forecast, what you need to know before you head off to work. Keep it here. We'll be right back.
Hello there. Watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
There was a time when you could get a complete meal for just $5, but you gotta go way back. Well, just a Tuesday. Yes, Tuesdays at A&W, single Papa Burger combos complete with fries and a root beer cost just $5. This all-time great deal is available Tuesdays only at A&W.
Bikes, pancakes, a parade, the cardboard regatta, fireworks, and so much more. As Apple Valley News Now welcomes Pasco's grand old 4th of July celebration. Get more information at PascoGeo4.com, and we'll see you at Pasco's grand old 4th of July.
How do you picture your retirement? Is it full of connection with the people you love? Are you enjoying life's greatest joys? Can you conveniently access healthcare services from home? This is Senior Living with Avamere at Englewood Heights. Avamere is more than just a home. It's an active retirement lifestyle. Experience assisted living and memory care that's more than just a home. Schedule your tour today.
Hey, Tri-Cities! It's Eric the Peanut Guy with your Tri-City Dust Devils. Happy birthday, USA! What's more American than baseball, apple pie, and fireworks? Your Dust Devils have them all. Come celebrate our independence a day early on Wednesday, July 3rd, as we play ball and light up the sky above the Tri with post-game fireworks, brought to you by McCacken Electric. America! Visit the official ticket site at DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball. It will blow you away.
Welcome to Premier Woodworks, your premier source for custom cabinetry and full-service interior design. Our custom designs are brought to life with 3D images to help you visualize the final result. Our high-quality cabinetry is crafted with care and attention to detail. From kitchen and bath design to remodel project management, we're here to make your dream space a reality. Premier Woodworks, located at 109 North Washington Street in Kennewick.
It's the big 4th of July sale this week at Walker's.
With big discounts on all your favorite name brand furniture items, or pay for it over time with no money down and no interest financing for up to 5 years.
This week at Walker's.
KFC's fan favorite country fried steak is just $5.99 every Wednesday. It's a complete meal with your favorite sides. Best of all, it's just $5.99. Country fried steak, $5.99 Wednesdays only at KFC.
Hi, meet Apple Valley News Now's Chief Meteorologist, Josh Colbreth.
Thanks, Stacy. It's great to be here.
Josh knows the Northwest and Northwest weather.
That's right. I worked in Medford over the past 3 years, and now I'm very happy to be forecasting here on Good Morning Northwest. I'll help you and your family get out the door and prepare for what's next.
Stacey Lee evenings, Josh Colbreth mornings. We're Apple Valley News Now. First alert weather, always on your side. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Right now you're taking another beautiful live look at the sunrise in Yakima. It's 64 degrees right now officially at the airport, and actually it looks like that number just changed as we're now into the 50s. So 50s for the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. We're in the 50s and 60s for the lower Columbia Basin, and also 50s and 60s for the foothills of the Blues. A little bit later today, we're going to have plenty of sunshine out there, and it is going to be another seasonal day with 80s for the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. We'll be flirting with 90 again for the Tri-Cities and for the lower Columbia Basin. Then we'll be in the 70s and 80s for the foothills of the Blue Mountains. Winds today will be blustery. They'll gust out of the west between 20 to 45 miles per hour, with some of the fastest wind gusts being concentrated right there in the Kittitas Valley. And then for tonight, the winds will calm down for some, but they'll still be gusting upwards of 45 miles per hour for the Kittitas Valley. But other than that, clear skies and comfortable overnight lows, as they'll resemble what we have for this morning, with 50s for the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. We'll also be in the 50s for the lower Columbia Basin. The same thing for the foothills of the Blue Mountains. Unfortunately, we are going to be bone dry over the next 7 days, and to add insult to injury, our temperatures are about to go way up, keeping things pretty seasonal for Tuesday and Wednesday, but a smidge warmer for the 4th of July. And then look at this, triple digits for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We could be splitting the difference between 100 and 110 by Saturday and Sunday. Very hot stuff. and this is very bad news when it comes to fire fuel energy. We're going with a first alert high impact fire day for Saturday for the entire viewing area. So of course it will be very hot. The fuels will be very dry. Fire fuel energy is going to be into the 91st percentile for all of fire season for Kittitas and Yakima counties. Will be into the 78th percentile for the lower Columbia Basin, and then into the 86th percentile for the Blue Mountains. Now, if you thought that was bad, you're correct, but it gets even worse into Sunday as we're actually going with a first alert extreme impact fire day, and that would be for Kittitas and Yakima counties, as we'll continue to be very hot. But wait until you see this fire fuel energy statistic. It's going to be up into the 98th percentile, almost maxing out our scale. So a very dangerous situation that's going to be shaping up for both Saturday and Sunday. But we are especially worried about Sunday, and Monday is nothing to scoff at too. Here is the 7-day forecast for the Cascades. Even in the mountains, temperatures will be rising up into the mid-80s for Saturday and Sunday. And then for the Kittitas Valley, triple digits, looking more likely now for both Saturday and Sunday. And then for the Yakima Valley, that first alert extreme impact fire day for both Sunday and Monday. Please leave the fireworks to the professionals around this time of the year, especially given these circumstances. And then for the lower Columbia Basin, a first alert high impact fire day for Saturday, Sunday, and for Monday. And of course, the fire situation is going to be dangerous on its own, but the heat is also going to be pretty dangerous. And then for the foothills of the Blues, flirting with 100 degrees for both Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, so for all three of those days. And then for the Blue Mountains, sunny, warm, and fire fuels going up and turning very dry as we head into the weekend.
Thank you, Josh. In weather news around the world now, Hurricane Beryl is now a Category 5 hurricane. It's the earliest of that strength on record in the Atlantic.
And it's the earliest major hurricane there in 58 years. Also, it's the easternmost to form in the tropical Atlantic in June. The National Hurricane Center says it's been getting stronger, hitting St. Vincent, Barbados, and other places as a Category 4 just before strengthening to a Category 5 last night. Today, the eye of Hurricane Beryl is in fairly open waters of the Caribbean Sea.
And what you're seeing on your screen now are satellite images from NASA showing Hurricane Beryl from space. It's expected to impact Haiti and the Dominican Republic beginning today. It could eventually hit Mexico, but the weather in Cancun is still beautiful for now, although that community is getting some schools ready to use as shelters. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, he serves and protects on a skateboard?
We're introducing you to a Boise police officer who finds a way to connect with the community he serves in a unique way. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Danny was rear-ended by a semi-truck. Serious injuries.
Mariano's reputation and experience gave him an advantage over the insurance company.
Daniel got paid a lot.
He lives up to his reputation, which is somebody who gets results.
Call 853-2222. The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Oh, another morning to savor the crunchy nooks and cranny splendor of a Thomas's English muffin.
Tom, which is a nook and which is a cranny?
That's a nook, cranny, cranny, nook, cranny. I mean, they should be teaching you this in school. Huzzah! A toast to breakfast.
The pursuit of happiness starts with a good night's sleep.
It's your patriotic right to get fantastic savings on premium quality mattress sets.
We source from local manufacturers to get the finest quality and comfort at the lowest price.
During our Patriot Sale, you'll get amazing values.
Like $3.99 for a queen-size Sealy plush mattress.
Or an adjustable bed for $9.99.
To celebrate, come to Mattress Depot USA.
Before our Patriot Sale ends.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Walla Walla Regional Airport, the gateway to your next vacation.
As spring and summer travels approach, plan your flights through Walla Walla Airport. We offer free parking, and we have 2 Alaska flights to Seattle daily, making your travel easy and convenient. Take the time off, explore the world, and create memories that will last a lifetime. Walla Walla Airport, your connection to your next vacation. Book today. AlaskaAir.com. Your destination awaits.
It's 1,000 miles from here, but our open southern border is costing us billions and bringing deadly drugs into our communities. The rich are doing just fine, but working families are struggling. I'm Tiffany Smiley, and I approve this message because even though the political establishment told me to wait my turn, I'm running for Congress now to secure the border and lower the cost of living because Washington families can't afford to wait any longer.
Danny was rear-ended by a semi-truck. Serious injuries.
Mariano's reputation and experience gave him an advantage over the insurance company.
Daniel got paid a lot.
He lives up to his reputation, which is somebody who gets results.
Call 853-2222.
Stacy Lee, she's on your side. Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Now let's get close to home. Take a look at some of those hyper-local temperatures. So we're at 46 for Snoqualmie Pass, a little bit warmer for Cle Elum, not by much, but much warmer down into, deeper into the Kittitas Valley, upper 50s for Ellensburg, and then low 60s for Vantage. Moving down to the Yakima Valley, looks like most of us, in fact, we're exclusively in the 50s right now, so 58 for Sela, 58 for Union Gap, 52 for Sunnyside, and then sliding over to Benton and Franklin counties, tracking temperatures in the 50s and 60s, and then for the foothills of the Blues, 60s, although getting up into some of the higher terrain, especially in southern Morrow and Umatilla County, we are tracking some 40s and 50s.
Thank you, Josh. And check this out now. Sometimes it takes meeting the community where they hang out to reach them. An Idaho police officer takes that approach literally, and it helps keep him young as an added bonus.
Savannah Hankard shows us the unconventional way he's getting involved.
Down we go.
Officer Benavides isn't new to skateboarding.
I think it was about like 13, 12 years old. It was a good way to get from point A to point B, especially being a kid who can't drive.
Officer Benavides hadn't been on a skateboard in a while, but after moving to the Treasure Valley, he was inspired to pick it back up.
Just picked up skating again because I was like, it's beautiful weather out here. They have a really nice skate park. So I was like, you know what? I'm 30, why not do something cool again? Wind in your face, you can't buy that.
Like riding a bike, he says it was fairly easy to get back to the basics.
I'm thinking pop the board and jump and flick.
But skating with his gear on isn't always easy.
This stuff's heavy, so the vest, the gun belt, you don't get as low of a squat as you want, but it's always fun.
Officer Benavides says when he's out, he likes to learn from other skaters and help people who are new at the sport.
And you can tack it over like this small little, there you go. Just like that. It's a really good way to really interact with the youth and even people my age. The skate park's not just for kids, it's for adults too.
He keeps his board in the patrol car just in case.
And it's like 5-10 minutes at the most. It's just it's a nice little break while you're in uniform.
In and out of uniform, Officer Benavides is ready to protect and serve in any way he can.
To be completely honest with you, it's about the people. I like being there when I'm needed. Even when I'm not needed. There's times where you're just driving down the street and you just happen to be at the right place at the right time. Good, bad, indifferent. The beauty of this job is that we get to interact with the community, and the best of times, sometimes in the worst of times.
Reporting in Boise, I'm Savannah Hankard.
You know what I'm thinking of? What? The Avril Lavigne song, Skater Boy. He was a skater cop. He said, see you later, ops or slops. I don't know. It was good. It works. Not really.
I'd like to learn how to do that.
Skateboard?
Yeah.
I can teach you.
You can?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't do any cool tricks or anything like that, but I can cruise. I prefer a long board or a penny board, not exactly a skateboard.
I don't know how my balance
All right, I'm
be,
teaching
so we'll
you
have
later.
to try. Okay.
We'll go to your top headlines now. Right now on Good Morning Northwest, a fire in Yakima County prompted level 3 go now evacuations. We have the latest in the updated evacuation notice.
Police are investigating the alleged assault of 2 protesters.